The behavior you've probably ignored. Your dog gets up every single time you leave the room. You go to the kitchen, they follow. You go to the bathroom, they follow. You sit back down, they settle at your feet. And you've probably laughed about it, maybe even rolled your eyes a little. But what if that behavior, that quiet, loyal shadow following you from room to room, is actually one of the most important things your dog is trying to tell you? Because it's not just affection, it's not just habit, and once you understand what's really behind it, you will never look at your senior dog the same way again. If you love your dog and want to make sure you're giving them everything they need in their older years, make sure you subscribe to Evergreen Paws. We're here for every stage of this journey with you. Here's what most people don't realize. When dogs get older, their world quietly starts to shift. Not dramatically, not overnight, but slowly, in ways that are easy to miss, especially when you're busy and life keeps moving. Their vision softens, sounds they once filtered out now catch them off guard, their joints ache in ways they can't tell you about, spaces that used to feel completely familiar can start to feel a little off, a little less predictable, a little less safe. And in the middle of all that uncertainty, they go looking for the one thing in their world that still makes complete sense, which is you. Think about what you actually represent to your dog. Not just a person, not just the one who fills the bowl, you are their entire reference point for safety. Your scent is the most familiar thing they've ever known. Your voice is the sound that has meant everything is okay for their whole life. Your presence is the signal their nervous system has been trained to read as calm, safe, home. So when they follow you from room to room, they're not being clingy, they're not being needy in some inconvenient way, they're anchoring themselves. In a world that's become harder to navigate, you are the fixed point, you are the thing that still makes sense. And staying close to you is how they cope with a body and a mind that are slowly, quietly changing. Now here's the part that tends to hit people hard. As dogs age, many of them develop something researchers compare to canine cognitive dysfunction, essentially a form of confusion that comes with getting older. You might notice your dog staring at a wall, standing in a room like they've forgotten why they walked in, pausing at a doorway, uncertain. It's subtle, it's easy to mistake for tiredness or just being old. But in those moments of confusion, your dog isn't just wandering, they're searching. And 9 times out of 10, what they're searching for is you. Your presence doesn't just comfort them emotionally, it literally reorients them. Hearing your voice, catching your scent, seeing you settle into the couch tells their brain, wordlessly, I know where I am. I'm okay. I'm not alone. That is not a small thing. That is everything. There's something else underneath all of this, and it's harder to sit with. Your dog has lived their entire life inside your routines, your mornings, your evenings, your habits, they know all of it. You are the through line of every single day they've ever had. And as they get older, even if they don't understand aging the way we do, they feel change, they feel uncertainty, they feel the way their body doesn't quite cooperate the way it used to. So sometimes when they follow you, it's their version of holding on. Not dramatically, not in a way they can put into words, just quietly staying close, matching your pace, keeping you in their sight. Because you are the most constant, familiar, loved thing in their entire world. And they are not ready to stop being near you. So what do you actually do with this? Because once you understand the why, the how becomes really natural. The first thing is just awareness. When your dog follows you, don't walk past them without acknowledging it. You don't need to make a whole production out of it, just speak to them. A calm word, a gentle hand on their back for a moment, eye contact. Something that says, "I see you, I'm here." That small moment of connection does more than you might think. The second thing is consistency. Senior dogs thrive on predictability. The more stable their environment feels, same feeding times, same sleeping spots, same daily rhythm, the less anxious they tend to be. Sudden changes to furniture, routines, or even your schedule can amplify that need to follow you, because their sense of security has been disrupted. Keeping things steady is one of the quietest, most powerful forms of care you can give them. The third thing is intentional presence. There's a difference between being in the same room as your dog and actually being present with them. A few minutes a day of sitting on the floor with them, running your hands gently along their back, talking to them in a low, calm voice, that kind of deliberate connection fills something in them that nothing else can. They're not asking for much, they're asking for you. And fourth, when you do leave, keep it low-key. Big emotional goodbyes, anxious energy at the door, your dog reads all of it. A calm, matter-of-fact departure tells them that your leaving is not a crisis, that you'll be back, that things are fine. Your energy is their emotional weather report. Keep it steady. There's a moment that a lot of pet owners describe, usually long after it's passed. They remember a particular afternoon their dog was following them around the house like always, and they were busy, distracted, a little impatient with it. Maybe they gently nudged them away. Maybe they just kept moving without stopping, and later, sometimes much later, they think about that afternoon. They think about how their dog just wanted to be close to them, and they wish they had stopped, just for a minute, just to sit down and let them settle against their leg. You don't want that to be your memory. Here's the truth, there will be a last time your dog follows you. You won't know it's the last time when it happens. It will look exactly like every other time, them getting up a little stiffly, padding down the hall, settling near your feet, ordinary, unremarkable, until it isn't. So the next time you hear those quiet footsteps behind you, slow down, turn around. See them for what they actually are, an aging animal who loves you more than they have words for, staying as close to you as they possibly can, for as long as they possibly can. They're not just following you, they're trusting you. They're finding their footing in a world that's getting harder to navigate. They're holding on to the most important thing in their life, and that thing is you. Give them the gift of knowing it's mutual. Subscribe to Evergreen Paws for more guidance on loving your senior pet through every season, every challenge, and every precious ordinary day that still lies ahead.